When Kaguya first debuted in summer 2014 in Naruto manga chapter 679, there was a lot of pushback from Naruto fans that a new villain was being introduced. A lot of people said that before the conversation with Naruto and Hagoromo, and before Madara casually dropped her name several months prior, there was no foreshadowing about Kaguya. It's part of why so many fans disliked her character. However, lost in all the conversation about Kaguya is just how truly frightening her power is. That's why in this installment of the True Power series, I'm gonna break down for you all the absurdly overpowered being known as Kaguya. Now, those of you who are longtime fans know that I've made it no secret for my hatred for the character Kaguya. But let's make one thing clear. No matter how much I hate her character, and make no mistake, I detest her character, even I can't downplay how freakishly overpowered she is. Just to put this into perspective, Naruto and Sasuke only fought Kaguya for a few hours, and they're growing exhausted while doing so. The Sage of Six Paths fought Kaguya in a battle that lasted for several months and was so destructive that it reshaped entire continents in the process. Even before she consumed the fruit of the God Tree, Kaguya was stupidly overpowered, being shown the ability to travel through dimensions and creating shockwaves with only her eyes that are powerful enough that she can slaughter large groups of people, and she can even erase memories. After she ate the fruit, even Prime Hagoromo stated that Kaguya was far more powerful than he and his brother combined, which is partly why their battle lasted for several months, and even then, he couldn't outright kill her, but instead he had to seal Kaguya away. Kaguya can also merge herself into nature itself, allowing her to control the environment, and she can even read minds. On top of that, Kaguya is also able to create dimensions, each with their own laws, and in one such instance, each dimension has its own star and moon inside of it, which implies that her power of creation is on a completely different level. However, in order to further live up to the nickname that she got back in 2014, where a lot of fans called her the goddess of the verse, Kaguya has an equally terrifying destructive power. Her chakra reserves and raw power were stated by Naruto and Sasuke to surpass that of Ten Tails Madara. Just by releasing a shockwave of her chakra, she was able to overwhelm Prime Hagoromo. On top of that, if Kaguya is focused, she can actually absorb any ninjutsu that hits her. When she makes physical contact with a person, Kaguya can halt their movements with a single touch, all while simultaneously draining their chakra. When she has people trapped inside of her infinite Tsukiyomi, she's able to draw on all the chakra of the people who are trapped in the genjutsu. Making her even scarier is the fact that Kaguya is revealed in Naruto Data Book 4 by series creator Masashi Kishimoto to have access to all 5 changes in chakra nature, as well as yin release, yang release, and yin yang release. However, that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to how overpowered Kaguya is. She can also regenerate her limbs at will, casually dodge Rinnegan Sasuke's Chidori attacks by switching dimensions, and despite being hit with 9 separate Rasen Shuriken, Kaguya was able to casually mold enough chakra to tank these attacks and sustain no serious damage. Kaguya can also create life if she so wishes to, and if she does this, she's able to have this life that she created fight on her behalf, acting as her will. Her hair can also be used in battle as a weapon, tossing her enemies across the battlefield or capturing them so she can steal their chakra. If that isn't crazy enough, Kishimoto revealed in Naruto Data Book 4 that Kaguya can also use the summoning jutsu to summon contracted summons to fight on her behalf if she feels the need to. She can also create chakra fists that can overpower Naruto's chakra arms and shatter a full-body Susanoo with ease, and her chakra needles can destroy a Susanoo if enough of them strike it. She has access to instant kill maneuvers that not even a Jinchuriki can recover from. She also has access to truth-seeking orb, and according to Naruto Data Book 4, if Kaguya unleashes the full power, she can destroy an entire planet. Kaguya also has the Byakugan, giving her all the advantages of the Byakugan of the Hyuga clan. However, her dojutsu is on a completely different level than anything the Hyuga clan have shown. Kaguya can also see chakra to the point where she can identify the specific types of chakra, and this was shown when she was able to see that Naruto and Sasuke possessed the chakra of her son Hagoromo. Her Rinne Sharingan appears on her forehead, which has all the powers of the Sharingan, but Kaguya's visual prowess is beyond that than any other Uchiha who ever lived. Kaguya can use this Rinne Sharingan to cast the infinite Tsukiyomi, teleport herself and others to dimensions, and instantaneously move at will, and erase the chakra of a target, and manipulate the God Tree. Now, to top it it all off. Kaguya, if she chooses to, can actually transform herself into the Ten Tails, and to make this even more broken, while she's in that Ten Tails state, she can actually absorb chakra. Kaguya's murderous bone ash jutsu is defined as an instant kill. It hardens her bones, and she can shoot them out of her palms. When these bones pierce any living organism, the target is destroyed on a molecular level almost immediately. Kaguya can use this attack as a melee weapon, but she can also use it as a projectile, shooting at her targets in front of her or at anyone trapped inside of one of her dimensions. Her heavenly governing jutsu is one of her most broken jutsu. With her Rini Sharingan activated, Kaguya replaces the world that she's in with one of the dimensions that Kaguya created. Every single person who's near her will immediately be transported by this jutsu and taken to the dimension. Unlike other space-time ninjutsu, Kaguya doesn't move to a dimension, but instead she actually summons an entire freaking dimension to herself. To put this into perspective, this jutsu requires such an insane amount of chakra that only Kaguya has enough chakra to perform this jutsu, and she's able to do so casually and continue to fight at a high level afterwards. Not even Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Paths, possessed enough chakra to perform this jutsu. Even someone as seasoned as Kakashi thought that he was trapped under a genjutsu because Kaguya essentially replaced their own world with her own dimension down to the most minute details, but Kakashi, as we all know, quickly realized how wrong he was. Her 80 Gods Vacuum Fist is another one of her overpowered jutsu. Kaguya is able to focus her chakra into her palm and then unleash a massive barrage of attacks at her enemy. The striking force of these attacks can destroy a Six Paths chakra enhanced Susanoo with ease, and if she combines it with her Byakugan, Kaguya is damn near unstoppable when she uses this jutsu. Her expansive truth-seeking orb is hands down her most overpowered jutsu. Kaguya combines all 5 changes in chakra nature with yin yang release. The destructive power is enough so that it's stated she can wipe out all life on a planet while also reshaping the planet itself as she sees fit. Unlike the truth-seeking orbs that we see Naruto and Madara use, this jutsu has no real limits. Finally, her underworld slope hill jutsu is stated to be the original space-time ninjutsu. Kaguya opens up a rift in the fabric of space, which then allows her to teleport herself to whatever location she wishes. This is how Kaguya is able to move between the 6 dimensions that she created, but she can also connect the 6 dimensions using this jutsu. That in itself is really insane, since each of Kaguya's dimensions are basically planets unto themselves, which is basically Kaguya connecting a miniature solar system and doing so very casually with her chakra. As you can see, while Kaguya only showed up for less than 3 volumes, she was extremely overpowered, and if Masashi Kishimoto had properly built up to her return and didn't rush her defeat, we could have seen the truly frightening power of Kaguya, and we could have seen just how frightening of a character she was. And for even as overpowered as Kaguya might seem to you, keep in mind that Kaguya still answered to a clan leader who we'll eventually see later on in the Boruto series. So my question to you guys is just how powerful do you think Kaguya's clan leader is, now that you guys have an idea of how powerful Kaguya truly is? But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day guys.